Welcome back to Elevate Up Plus, Lessons from the Sherpa. I am your host, Steve C. I'm a leadership coach and trusted advisor, also known as the Sherpa. Today, I want to talk about the topic of 10x being easier than 2x. But before I go there, I want to mention an awesome program that I'm launching in January. It's the most intensive, the most well-rounded program that I've ever created, called Elevate Up, the Second Mountain Project. If you'd like to learn more, please connect with me on my website at Coach Steve C. That's STEVESEY/events to learn more. Now, back to today's topic. I'm really excited about this idea of 10x is easier than 2x. There's a really good book called, that's where I got it from, 10x is easier than 2x, from Dan Sullivan and Benjamin Hardy. Dan Sullivan, one of the signature coaches in the world, and Benjamin Hardy is an excellent psychologist and writer of a book called Willpower Doesn't Work, and some other really good books that I just really connected to this idea. And I want to start out with this quote here, that 99% of people in the world are convinced that they're incapable of achieving great things, so they aim for the mediocre. The level of competition is thus fiercest for realistic goals, paradoxically making them the most time and energy consuming. It's easier to raise $1 million than it is $100,000. And I just want to kind of grasp that concept for a second. Because as I think about this personally, I launched the current program that I'm running now called Elevate Up Tribe. They like to call it the OG, or the original group. And this was 7 years in the making. And prior to this year, I wasn't sure if this was something I could do. I wasn't sure if something I could put together through sheer effort, through tenacity. Could I even accomplish something like what I am running right now? In fact, I just came back from Lake Tahoe up in California and had a great weekend retreat with 4 amazing leaders. And I just am excited to say that this 10x, this idea of stepping into the unknown, is a real deal that I experienced myself. So as we look at some of the concepts today, this 10x, this idea of 80% new and 20% existing versus the 80% existing and 20% new. So if I have a 2x mindset, let's start there first. This 2x mindset is I'm working on the 80% of the same things that I've been working on. Say I start fresh for the year, going into 2025, coming up here in 3 months. But I only add 20% new. Now, if I'm a 2x person, if I'm 2x approaching this, I'm going to be busy doing that work myself. I'm doing more of the work versus on the other side, on the 10x, where I have 80% new and 20% existing, where I'm actually shifting 80% new work that I'm doing. And the 20% existing, I either offload, I delegate, I eliminate. I'm not doing the same work that I had been doing. And that is a sense of I'm investing into a system in order to make that happen. Some of the differences between the 2x and the 10x is that the 2x is I'm working in the business all the time. I'm the one that has to do the work. As Robert Kiyosaki would say, the self-employed, if I don't show up, it doesn't get done. Versus investing on the 10x mindset is working on myself and on my business. In a sense, what Robert Kiyosaki calls a B quadrant business, or I'm investing where I don't have to be there in order for things to take place. I don't have to trade time for money, in other words. I don't have to trade time for work. Also, on the 2x mindset, it's complex because I'm the one that has to run it and operate it and spend more time, sweat, and equity to do it. Versus a 10x mindset it's more of a simple system because I offload, delegate, or I eliminate the things that I do not need to be doing, things that are not in my zone of genius. And also, it's linear on the 2x. When this happens, right? In order to get to here, I have to go to there. That's why goals feel a lot more excruciating, exhausting on the 2x mindset. Yet on the 10x mindset, it's exponential growth. It's growth that leaps. Oftentimes, we'll surprise ourselves Because you think about on the 10x mindset, I'm working strictly from my zone of genius, my creativity, my ability to create from the place that God's given me these gifts. The 2x mindset, I'm trying to do everything. I'm trying to do the work, I'm trying to do the admin stuff, I'm trying to do all the pieces that are oftentimes my non-zone of genius. And that's where the 10x is exciting to play from. And I want to end with this quote. It's kind of, this is what helped me launch my current Elevate Up group and the next one for next